Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to the start of another vlog today. You good?
Yeah.
You gonna stay there or are you gonna do that again? Okay. Well, I'll just try to get over that. Anyway, I'm currently reading a buddy read with Jade of Empire of Gold, which is the final book in the City of Brass series, the Daevabad trilogy. Are you okay? Do you want to interrupt me anymore? I'm sorry for the chaos at the beginning of this video. As I was saying, I really enjoyed the first two books in this series, but unfortunately this one's just not doing it for me. It's so long, it's like 700 something pages, and to be honest, I think unnecessarily. A lot of the conversations that I've seen so far, and I'm not that far in, have been over lengthened. Like, there's just no need for these conversations to be that big. We are getting the information that we need, and then it is continuing into Codswallop, to be honest. That we're not getting any more information that we require. It is just babble, and that's annoying me. So it's taking everything in my being, actually, not to DNF this, but it's the last book in the series, and I really enjoyed the first two. I want to see what happens with these characters, but I'm struggling. I'm reading it on audiobook right now because that always helps, but even then, it's a 28-hour audiobook. It's too long. Doesn't need to be this long because from what I've read so far, could have been in 20 pages. But that's me being negative. So that's my audiobook slash ebook. So for my physical, I'm currently reading City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I am, let's have a look, 137 pages into it. It is a fairly chunky book at over 500 pages, or almost 500 pages. This is based on a woman telling the story to a woman of her life in the 1940s in New York and what it was like in those times to be her. That is literally what the synopsis tells you, and that so far is what we've experienced. Overall, the story so far has been absolutely fabulous. I've really enjoyed hearing about these 1940s experience in New York, especially from this woman who just seems to be so funny. Really enjoying it. Can't wait to continue if this slump would go away so I could read. But yeah, this is really, really good. Really thoroughly enjoying it. It's a bit of a weird style because she keeps, I think the woman's name is Angela, so she keeps saying like, you see Angela, as if this is a letter because it's supposed to be. And I'm like, oh, can we not do that anymore? But other than that, absolutely thoroughly enjoying it. But that's all for updates for you for today. So I will let you know when I have an update on what more I have read, if anything. Enjoy. Update time. I actually DNF'd Empire of Gold. I think we could all see that coming. I can't believe I've DNF'd it because I absolutely loved the second book so much. I thought it was so much better than the first book, and I really liked the first book as well. But it just wasn't my favourite. To be honest, it felt like a YA teen love drama. I'm sure it got better, but I could not slug my way through another 500 pages. And my opinion on it is, right, with any series, if the first book is not a long book, because it's like 400, 500 pages, you should not then make future books so long. I think the first book was 450 pages, and then this third one is almost 800. Nah, it's not fair. It's not fair, because some people just don't like big books, and I don't mind big books, but I hate big books filled with filler, pointless conversations, things that just aren't necessary to the plot, and that is what this book was filled with for the first 200 pages. So all that to say, I'm letting it go. I might read it again in the future because I would really like to know what happens to the characters, but that just wasn't it for me, I'm afraid. So it put me a bit in like a bad mood. I was already in a slump, but I was like, God's sake, can't do anything right. Then I read Saga 3, Volume 3 with Jade yesterday morning, so I did read Saga Volume 3. It was okay, it was a 3 stars. I'm sick of every volume having something offensive in it. Usually an offensive word, an offensive sentence, or just an offensive plotline in general. This one had an offensive word that I just did not enjoy. So not happy about that. I haven't made any progress on City of Girls, but I plan to. However, Jade and Connor started our next buddy read, which is The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. We are buddy reading all of the Fairy Loot books together that we have missed. And they both started this, and I was like, let me catch up. So I spent the morning binging this, and now I'm at 172 pages. This is like an epic fantasy duology, I think. And who does it follow? What's the main character's name? That's enough. Valeria. We're following Valeria, and she comes from this town, city, village where everybody was frozen. A presumed dead. I don't know if the story's gonna stick with the fact they're dead. I don't know. I'm got my theories, but they were all frozen, dead, and she leaves somehow escaping this curse. And 10 years later, we have to now find. Is it 10 years later? I think it was 10 years later. Who knows? But we have to she has to return back to this village. So I'm about halfway now, and I personally am thoroughly enjoying it. I think this is like a 4-star right now for me. I think it's a very easy fantasy to understand, very simple. I like the characters, I like the ideas. I think it could end up at 3.5. It's like teetering on the edge depending on what happens, but a 3.5 is a great rating for me anyway. Okay, so I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to be filming my update in the bathroom because I want to take this off. It's been on about an hour, but we're going to take it off. So, update time. I finished The Bright and the Pale. Apart from the chapter 1, I read that entirely in one sitting. I just thought it was a really quick and easy read, especially for a fantasy. I really enjoyed the characters. They were quite like simple, easy characters, but they were good. I thought they were enjoyable. I shipped the romance. I loved that we couldn't trust anybody, and we were always kept on our toes. I like the world building and like the story revolving around the world. That was super, super cool. I'm just gonna see my redness coming through. I'm allergic to pretty much any product I ever put on my face, so that's great. I'm gonna go really, really red. It's embarrassing. But I really like the world and the fact that people were frozen. I really like the end of the story and the way that went. Obviously, it is a duology, so there is more content to come. So it's not like one of those situations where it all wrapped up, but it opened new stories at the end that I really enjoyed, that I can see where it's going to go in the next installment, and I'm very excited about it, to be honest. I think I will be picking that up as soon as it releases because it was good. I gave it a 3.5. I looked at some of my friends' reviews on and their ratings of what they'd said. Not many people had written actual reviews, which I don't know if that speaks for itself, but most people had rated it a 3. So I think that's kind of like the general consensus, is that it is just a 3-star book, which is still good, especially for me. A 3-star rating, this kills me to take this off. A 3-star rating is a good rating. I'm hoping to make some more progress on City of Girls because it has been a little while and I feel like I'm falling behind on it. It's such a nice book, but it isn't one of those ones you can like binge through, in my opinion. I'm struggling to do that anyway, so I'll take it slow, but I am enjoying it. So yeah, that is my update. I will update you when I have another update.
It's not a game, it's a rage thing.
I'm actually so stressed right now. I'm just sat here minding my own business, reading the Maidens, and I look to my side, right, and I'm not exaggerating when I said there must have been about 20 to 30 bees. Like, I love bees, save the bees and all, but I don't want 20 or 30 of them directly next to me. And I was like, what do I do? And actually, I don't know if you can even see them. You can see one or two. The little ones are too small. But they're there. And I've just found... Oh my god, they're absolutely everywhere. I hope the camera picks them up. Oh, they're touching me. They keep brushing against me and it's petrifying. Good morning!
Morning.
It is 6:21. We are about to drive from South Wales, Newport, to Manchester to meet the one and only Connor. I have never met Connor before, surprisingly, despite the fact we are online all the time together and are best friends. We've never met each other. This was supposed to happen a very long time ago with our bestie Jade, which is very sad because bestie Jade will not be there. But we will meet bestie Jade another time and take another vlog. But we are off on this very long journey. It's going to be a lot of driving, and I didn't sleep one wink last night. Like, no. If I fell asleep and don't know it, it was max for an hour, because when I looked at my clock, it had not been more than an hour. And now I have to do this drive because hay fever ruins my life.
Wow.
But we are off on our drive, and we are going to start by going to get a McDonald's breakfast. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully. I don't know if they do vegetarian options, but hopefully. Yay! Smile. Update time. My eyes. We keep on to take breaks because obviously if you're driving and it's dangerous. Sorry, the sun is also in my eyes. It's dangerous not to take breaks when you're driving.
Yeah.
And you're tired, so we are taking breaks.
Tiredness kills.
Caffeine count number 2, and it is 5 to 10.
I'm just going on pure energy.
Yeah, you slept. Not long enough, but you slept. This is awful, but it was the only oat milk drink they had, and I didn't want to pay for a second Costa. But it's caffeine. I wanted to buy an energy drink, but I haven't had an energy drink in years, and they always give me heart palpitations, and that doesn't seem safe while driving. But we have an hour and a half left, but we have a lot of suspected traffic, so we are... Sorry, I thought I saw a police, and I was like, oh my god, they're after me. For what reason, I don't know.
You parked.
Being parked in the services. We're about to enter the M6. We just passed Birmingham, so it's time to go, but we thought we'd keep updating you on this delightful journey. I have never felt so tired in my life. Hello. Excuse this. I'm in my pajamas. It's a Sunday. I just finished editing this video and I realised that there was no ending to it. Like, I didn't end it. It's kind of a bit of a mess because I put some old footage in there from Manchester. I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't know where else to put it. It was supposed to be its own dedicated vlog and then I forgot. Oops. I've read a bunch of books because it's been a while, so I'm not going to tell you what books I've read since. It's been a lot. The same day you're seeing this video, Monday, hopefully, I will also be putting my wrap-up up on my blog, so I will link the actual blog post down below so you can see all the books I did actually read this month, and see my thoughts and opinions for the ones you didn't see here. I think I updated you on everything. A lot of the footage was lost as well. The footage where you saw me in the garden, I gave you an update on City of Girls and what I thought. I gave you an update on Maidens and what I thought, and they seem to have vanished. I don't know where they've gone. So quick update, I didn't like the Maidens, I gave it 2 stars. I can't remember what I said about it, but again, all my thoughts are in that blog post. I thought the twist was very predictable, personally, and I thought... bit of a controversial opinion, but the reason I bought it is because I saw a lot of these big booktubers getting the arcs and loving it. Dark academia set in this school. I feel like they hadn't read it and they just read the synopsis because it kind of just wasn't that. It was an auntie of a student who was rarely even in the school. It was not dark academia at all, to be honest. So if you have wanted to pick it up because of that reason, don't pick it up because of the fact it's a thriller. So yeah, at least I've tried hit the author twice now. I know he's not for me, so that's fine, I tried. City of Girls, however, I absolutely loved. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really, really good. Really fascinating to see that time period. I really like the characters. It's a very slow-paced book. There's not a lot of plot line, but it was so interesting nonetheless. So yeah, that's my thought on that. I'm sorry those clips are gone because I gave all my in-depth thoughts. I'm sorry. As I said, I've read a lot since, but I don't want to give an update because I can't even remember what half of it is. But go check out the blog post and you will see more information on every single book. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I'm sorry it was a bit chaotic. My next one will be a lot more normal, cohesive, all those good things. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.